Jim Jones just lost it and went off on Tony Yayo during Memphis Bleek's own podcast. And the wild part is, Bleek doesn't even like Yayo either. So what's the deal? Why does Memphis Bleek have smoke with Tony Yayo? And why did Jim Jones crash out like that? Stay locked in, because this video breaks down exactly what happened. And trust me, it gets heated fast. Let's start with Bleek, because his issue is way simpler. Memphis Bleek has been tight with Jay-Z since day one. Basically like his little bro. But Tony Yayo has been taking shots at Jay-Z for years. Yayo said on record that Javi tried to block 50 Cent from doing the Super Bowl halftime show, and that's something he's never let go of. So when Yayo sat down with Shannon Sharpe, he didn't hold back. He called Jay-Z a hater, saying he never helps anybody win and doesn't put people on. He even threw shade at Bleek, saying, look at Memphis Bleek, he not shining, he not winning. Jay-Z don't take care of him like 50 take care of me. That jab right there lit the whole thing on fire.
Like I just said, we just came back off tour.
Yeah.
You know, with Fifth, and we still touring. Still. And I do my own tours too for people. Yo.
You see,
I do my own tours. I did tours in Canada. I did a tour across the whole Germany and the Swiss Alps. And that's why I don't care about the hate. Cause I'm like, I got the possibility to do my own tour. Like something with Memphis Bleek. Memphis Bleek said to Nori, Yayo said Jay-Z didn't have us on tour like he did, or I eat my own halal. I eat my own halal too, if you want to say that. To Memphis Bleek, I just came off my last tour. All I'm saying is when you see Jay-Z in a setting, he never really, when he's doing a Beyonce show or whatever, you don't see Memphis Bleek on the stage and him being brought out. You know, even if I'm doing the hype man shit with 50, he's bringing me out, I'm making money. I'm going to
That's that man girl too. That's it. That's Hov's wife tour.
Yeah, that's Hov wife tour.
So I believe if Hov was out on his own, he would bring Bleek out. There is no need for him to bring Bleek in a situation where it looked like if this was last tour you're talking about with the Cowboy Carter.
Right.
Yeah.
So to me, because I look at Bleek as a loyal guy, like I'm a loyal guy to Jay. But I look at like Fifth. My guy Hervé, one day we had TRL, and it's the Young Gunners there.
Yeah.
And I'm talking them out, and Hervé says loud, "You don't gotta worry about nothing. You got 50. Jay-Z doesn't do nothing for these guys like 50 does." And Hervé, I think he worked with them too, but he said that to me, and that always stuck in my head. Rest in peace to him.
Arguing over who's got the better sugar daddy is wild, man. That's not how real ones move. I was always taught you can't feed your family off another man's plate, because once he stops serving you, your people go hungry. So this whole 50 takes care of me more, or Jay does more for me talk. That's crazy. Real men handle their own business. If your homie helps you out, cool, but bragging about it? Weird flex, you feel me? Yayo's main angle was calling Jay-Z selfish, saying he never helps anybody and only moves for himself. But the way he said it made it sound like a loud flex about who's being taken care of. And that's a strange hill to die on. So when Memphis Bleek hit Drink Champs, he couldn't let that slide. He had to clear the air. According to Bleek, there's never been deep beef between him and Yayo. They've even been in the same rooms before, maybe done a little work together, but after Yao's comments, things definitely shifted. There's tension now. Not full-on war, but Bleek clearly has something to say.
I seen something Tony Yayo said, Hov don't look out for me like 50 look out for him.
Oh, word? He said that?
I just want to clear that up. Hov don't have to.
All right.
You know what I mean?
All right, okay.
I'm chewing aloud on my own.
Right.
If Hov look out, I'm telling you, I'll be up there.
Right.
So when y'all see me out here, that's the Blizzle budget. But back to you, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I just want to let niggas know Hov don't have to.
So,
Even if he hasn't said it outright, Memphis Bleek basically said, forget Tony Yayo, straight up. But here's the thing, Tony Yayo has always been the type to call people out for not looking after their crew. And that same energy is exactly what sparked his recent beef with Jim Jones. We all remember the old G-Unit versus Dipset days. 50 Cent, Cameron, Jim Jones, pure chaos back then. Most people thought all that drama died out years ago, right? Wrong. Over the last couple of years, Jim Jones and Tony Yayo have been back at it again. This time over something way more personal. Yayo was on Math of Oz podcast when he dropped a heavy claim. He said Jim Jones left stack bundles in the hood to die.
This the difference between me and other niggas, right? Stack Bundles, one of my favorite rappers in the world.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Right?
Riot
Squad.
Rest in peace.
Far Rock,
Yep.
you understand? Jim Jones, he had Stack Bundles, he had Max B. I looked at it like, great, you know. Stack Bundles had a portion was still in the hood. No disrespect to Jim Jones. Fifth had me in Battery Park. I could walk out that barefoot.
Get the
See,
socks.
that's when a nigga love you, nigga. Get the socks, nigga. Sneakers Dior, nigga. But I'm walking out there barefoot. That's when you know a nigga love you, boy. Because he making sure you don't get your shit split. Because you go back to 134, anywhere, Baisley, right, Brooklyn, phew, shit get split. Once I got shit, nigga shot my shit up. Bentleys and all that. Y'all can get that sneaker, just toss that over there. My shit's official. You know what I'm saying? Yo, look, but nigga put me in position. Rest in peace of Stack, but Stack got killed in the project with a Porsche.
Yeah.
Nigga, come on, nigga, I'm from the hood, nigga. Y'all niggas thought, nigga. I done been around the Black Justice and seen the Preems and all that, nigga. The E-Money bags, all that, nigga. The younger niggas under that.
So with everything you
Maserati Fox. Real nigga, huh?
So with everything that you saw, what would you change?
I just pray to God every time I leave the house.
But what would you change?
Change what?
Pass the cup.
I heard you talk about all the shit you went through, all the shit niggas is still going through.
What God,
one of them cups
listen,
just
what
for the
God
ass
got
thing.
planned for you is planned for you, brother. God already know what's planned for you in life.
God planned for you to come here and spaz on y'all niggas tonight.
I spaz?
I'm just saying, it was a plan.
I mean, I do be on some Hollywood shit in Europe. I gotta stop.
Yeah.
Something like, yo, stop talking about Europe. I don't, like, when you come here, you gotta deal with
Don't treat
niggas.
Vlad like that, bro. See how niggas is? See how
No, I
niggas
had
is,
nothing
bro?
with Vlad.
He ain't treat Vlad
Do
like
with Europe.
this. He ain't
I
treat
do
Vlad
things
like
you have to
this,
do with
my
Europe.
nigga.
When you go to
According to Tony Yayo, Jim Jones didn't take care of stack bundles, and that neglect played a part in what happened to him. That's a serious accusation. Now, if you don't know who Stack Bundles was, we'll get into that in a second. But here's the rundown. Stack was signed to Jim Jones, one of his day ones. Jim took him on tour, showed him the ropes. Still, people have been saying for years that Jim didn't do enough for Stack, and that's why tragedy hit the way it did. Stack Bundles lost his life in the hood, and his story still haunts the culture to this day. Stack never left the hood, and that's where everything gets complicated. I've always given Jim Jones the benefit of the doubt, because nobody really knows what went on between them behind the scenes. Sometimes you have friends who just won't listen, no matter how much you try to help. I've had people come to me saying they want to grind. I'll hand them the blueprint, offer to even help them get started, and they still don't move. It happens. It's hard wanting success for somebody more than they want it for themselves. That's kind of what it sounded like between Jim Jones and Stack Bundles. People dragged Jim saying he took Stack's whole style, the way he dressed, talked, moved, and ran with it. And honestly, Stack Bundles was that guy. If life hadn't cut him short, he probably would have been front row at Paris Fashion Week, sitting next to a dollar app Rocky type status. That's how much influence he had. But critics kept saying Jim took the sauce and left him behind, which made everything even messier. Jim Jones, on the other hand, has always stood firm. He said many times that none of that is true. According to him, he tried everything to get Stack out of the hood. Money, opportunities, tours, all of it. Jim said Stack just didn't want to leave, and that's what hurt the most. He insists he never abandoned Stack. He simply couldn't force him to walk away from the streets. Believe him or not, that's the story Jim Jones stands on. During that interview, he got emotional, snapping at anyone who brought up Stack Bundles' name.
I want to say this. The problem is, when she was on the show, she had said that she had heard about you wasn't giving Stack money, but people don't know that when Stack asked you for the bread, you were going to the bank. I think the bank was closed. Something happened because me and Bino talked about it. I remember being there, and you was going to give him
more money after the money he spent because we was on tour. He like, geez, I spent all that tour money, geez, on Pop, a bucket. Whatever he did, brought another Porsche, BMW. He like, yo, Pop, geez, you said closed mouth don't get fed, geez, I'm Pop, geez, I'm hurting.
It's a fact.
And when I told him, I said, yo, go get 25 grand from the bank tomorrow. He like, oh, yo, what's up with that Wrangler truck? I'm like, I left that shit in Brooklyn. I don't even want that shit. I don't even know what block it's on. Matter of fact, it's by the car shop where I got the Maserati from. He like, you let me get that, geez. I'm like, go take it. You probably got to get a new key. He like, oh, I'm going to go get that tomorrow, geez. You different, geez. And we all know the rest of the story.
Why do you think that people have this misconception of what happened? Why do you think even her? Why do you think that? Where did that come from?
Nobody likes to hear the truth.
Because we were there. Bino get mad all the time. And he gets offended. And he was one of the people that called me. He was like, that's not true. They think that, what they think is that Stack asked you, he told you he wanted to leave. They said that Stack told you he wanted to leave, he wanted to move, and you didn't move him out. But that's not true.
You want to hear that story? All right, for Stacks and them, I was about to buy Stacks, the kid Max and Melly, a whole brownstone in New Jersey. None of them wanted to leave the hood. And I was not about to waste my money. And that was what I offered them. I went shopping for the shit and all that type of shit.
Yeah, we remember that, right, Bass? We remember that. Shout out to Bass. I remember the conversation.
And I'm like, yo, you bugging. You want to, like, yo, you could go to the hood every day, but you're going to be living in Jersey. Like, you're going to be living better than, like, you heard? And you don't have to worry about paying for no rent or nothing like that. I'm just trying to get you niggas out the hood. Melly too. Melly ended up getting shot, right? Like none of these would listen, and everything that happened that you know can happen in the hood end up happening and shit like that. You know what I mean? But everything to try to protect them for what I know could have happened to them, I tried. You heard? From getting all of these cars to getting all these, everything. You can imagine everything. Private jets, Miami, hundreds of thousands in one weekend, 2 tour buses at Atlanta. Like, cannot front on how I had my boys moving. And I'm only talking about this because you was there, and you and Stacks were best friends, or Bino, a couple others and like that. Other than I don't even talk to people about Stacks and what went on, but we was setting it out. This was not on our level when we was moving, and no way.
At that time, Tony Yayo hadn't even said his part yet. But it's easy to see why Jim Jones was heated. Stack wasn't just some artist to him, that was personal. Now, I can't say what's 100% true about the $25,000, the G-Wagon, or anything else people talk about. But one thing is clear, Jim Jones takes anything related to Stack bundles deep to heart. So when Tony Yayo spoke on it, Jim took it as straight disrespect. When Jim sat down with Memphis Bleek and Yayo's name came up, man, Jim didn't hold anything back. Bleek tried to stay cool, but Jim unloaded. He made it crystal clear, he's not starving, his people aren't starving, and this whole back and forth about who's got the better sugar daddy is ridiculous.
Well, a lot of, me from the hood, so people look at Bleek and don't understand the business he's doing, and they always look at Jay like, oh, yeah.
But that's why you got like Yayo talking about, Jay don't take care of I don't need Jay to go on tour.
Yo, smoke hard coke,
Yo, chill.
You look like you need to be taken care of, nigga. You look like you need to go to the dentist. You need to look like you need to brush your teeth. You look like you need hygiene, nigga. You look like you need help. Tell your man 50 send you an ounce or something, yo.
You do need that
might
help.
need 2 ounces, nigga.
That's why
Paid in full movie, nigga. I got a G for every bump in your face, nigga. I promise you that, nigga. I promise you that, nigga.
That's why he worrying about
Peon, you broke, nigga. You know I got it, nigga. What's up? The bag is up. The both sides.
Hey,
Flea, where the both sides, Flea?
Let me finish that off. Ain't nobody taking care of over here, B. Yo, nah, you good, my nigga. I fucking love it. They deserve it. They need to hear this shit, man, because they bugging out here. All these niggas worrying about who taking care of who. We take care of we. Ain't no who take care of who, nigga. You know who doing it. We live. We getting money.
Nigga. We take care of everybody, nigga. We take care of each other, nigga.
That's a fact, my G. But linking back up with you, Jim, we missed out on a lot of opportunity, bro. But we ain't gonna miss it out going forward. We need to put some pain together, bro.
Don't lie.
No.
Don't lie. Jim Jones started flexing heavy, talking about his money, his cars, his lifestyle, comparing it all to Tony Yayo's situation. But here's the twist. That's not even what Yayo was trying to say. Tony Yayo never claimed Jim was broke. In fact, he literally said Jim is good. His point was that Jim's homies don't look good. They don't look on. They don't look up. And honestly, if Jim had focused on that part instead of going off about money, his response might have hit way harder. And maybe, just maybe, this whole situation wouldn't have blown up the way it did. But Jim wasn't trying to hear any of that. He was in full defense mode. You could see it in his eyes. That pride kicked in hard. He felt like Yayo was trying to clown him publicly, and Jim doesn't play about his name or his crew. He started snapping. Ain't nobody feeding me. I built this from the ground up. He made it clear he's not living off anybody's plate. Not Jay-Z's, not 50 Cent's, not anyone's. But here's where it got tense. Instead of brushing it off, Jim doubled down. He started calling out Tony Yayo for being too attached to 50 Cent, saying Yayo is always hiding behind his boss's shadow.
Everything y'all niggas do, I don't do. I do the other thing. Everything y'all niggas go across the street that way, I'm going up. Holla at your boy. I do other things, man. I don't do what y'all niggas do. I don't do what niggas do. I don't watch niggas' money. I don't care. I just do what I do.
That's when the whole vibe in the room flipped. It wasn't a calm conversation anymore. It turned into straight fire. Bleek tried to cool things off, but Jim was gone. He wasn't hearing anything. This wasn't just about Yayo at that point. This was years of built-up tension spilling out. The comparisons, the disrespect that you don't take care of your people talk. Jim had hit his limit, and he made it crystal clear he wasn't backing down. Not from Tony, not from anybody. Jim kept flexing about how rich he was. But honestly, that wasn't even the real issue, because Tony Yayo wasn't folding either. He clapped back the smart way, posting on his IG story, and instead of saying a word, he just reposted Max B, Jim's longtime rival. That move alone said everything. The internet went wild. Fans split instantly. Some said Jim had every right to defend himself. Others claimed Yayo struck a nerve by touching real topics. So now it's on you. Whose side are you rolling with? Team Jim Jones or Team Tony Yayo? And before you dip, hit that subscribe button on DripZ. Drop a like, share the video, and keep the debate going in the comments.